bodies. Oh, it's funny. You finna walk away. Oh, you finna walk away. You ain't got nothing to say now. Like it's not. You ain't got nothing to say. Stop doing this. Stop walking. Stop going. Stop trying me. Stop doing this goofy stuff. Crazy. I'm pregnant. I'm finna forget you.
All right, CO, start the show.
What up, what up? It's the CO Show Podcast. I am your host, CO, and I am 1/4 of the CO Show Podcast.
Oh, shit.
What up, my dog Julio? He back from Vegas.
Yeah. Shit,
How you doing, Julio?
I'm good, man. I actually got to sleep really good last night.
How was the weather in Vegas?
Oh, man, the weather was awesome. What the hell
Fuck
is
all
wrong
that.
with
Did
y'all?
you go to the fucking grocery store? Like, come
See,
on,
they jumped the
man.
gun.
Fuck no. What's wrong with y'all? Answer to
Viva
that today,
Okay, moving right
tomorrow,
along.
next week.
Hello.
Fuck no.
Hello, ladies. Tiffany, how you doing?
I'm great. I mean, I thought I was going to get some juicy news from this guy, but he wants to continue to be a lame. It's okay.
Gigi.
I guess I'm going to be lame forever.
And
And it
what's
was-
a witty?
Sorry, it was Mother's Day, goddamn.
It sure
So-
was. That
It
was
was.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Julio and his wife, y'all came back yesterday?
Yeah, we came back yesterday
Okay.
afternoon.
He took his wife to Vegas, or he took his wife to
Yeah, I
Vegas,
took her to Vegas.
for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never even been to Vegas, but
No?
we know Julio is a
Really?
big
I'm shocked.
advocate of not eating groceries, so the ladies wanted to know, Julio, did you get down to business or no?
I'm going to be honest.
He did.
I ain't eat shit.
Julio, that's
cut
a little
damn mic.
that's a little
Back to you, Bob.
dissatisfying.
Cut the damn mic.
Back to you, Bob.
But yeah,
I ain't
back
gonna lie to you though, because you was on your live, you was on your story with your wife, and
Okay.
when y'all was in Vegas, I think y'all was still in the airport. I think, but she
I
said
don't
you
even
was
know.
like, "Oh, I ain't eating no groceries." Da da da.
Oh, we was in the train.
And the
wow.
look she gave you, I was like, "Oh no, buddy."
Look what
I don't know.
Do we
I
have
think-
that footage?
I think you read the room a little wrong, buddy.
Do we have that footage?
We might
Is it
I
saved in
didn't
your
record
archives?
it, but I'm telling you, I think Julio might be reading the room a little wrong. Okay, no, we can't ask that question. That's a little too personal. Anyway,
Fuck that.
now I was gonna ask him, has she ever had it done before, but he may
I
not
don't fucking
know.
know.
That.
Right.
See, that's why I said it might be a little too personal.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, let's say she didn't. It would be something she wouldn't even know she liked.
Exactly.
I know from stories
vice
when I was a
versa.
kid. Huh?
And vice
You won't
versa.
even know if you like it if you don't try it. my
He thought
friend.
himself out of it.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't need to try heroin to know I don't like heroin. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Fine with me, brother.
Damn, did you
Fine
just
with
equate
me.
that to heroin?
Oh, good. Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog. Hey, what
Aw.
did Gigi say about Pooh Shiesty when she came in? Gigi likes Pooh Shiesty.
Gigi has a type.
I did like
She did.
Shiesty.
What,
You did.
what changed?
What happened?
Allegedly,
Partel.
he likes men.
What?
He was Atlanta stamped.
Allegedly. All this is alleged.
Right, very much
so
alleged.
Are there
Yeah.
photos?
It's video footage and some photos of an alleged man, alleged woman rubbing his chest.
Nothing good. Nothing wrong with a good
Saying
rub
literally-
down.
literally
Well, if
with
it's a
your
man and a
favorite rapper.
woman, what's wrong with that, Gigi?
No, it's a
A man and a man.
yes.
It's not a woman.
There it
Okay.
is.
It's
so allegedly it's a transgender
Uh-huh.
situation, and nothing's wrong with whatever you want to do and what you want to believe in.
What's
but I
the
just feel
proper
like,
terminology for this? Is it trans? Is it
Yeah,
transvest-
transgender.
Transgender?
I think it's a trans woman when it's a man who
Yeah.
transitioned into a woman.
Man, okay. And then transgender when it's a.
I just,
I mean, that's
think
that's
it's
the
called
overall term
transgender.
across the
Okay.
board for both men and women.
For both.
Really?
So I don't know. I'm just gonna pray for my boy because it's the bounce back for me.
Oh.
It's how do you bounce back for something like that? Because somebody said, well, Lil Nas X did it, and I just was
Lil
like,
Nas
he
X
came
is
out
gay.
colorful.
Hold on. Yeah, I was going to say
Well,
he's outside. Yeah.
It's a difference. He's supposed to
Yeah.
get caught with a guy.
Right.
Well, you had the thing with the strap on. Let me ask you a question.
Wait a minute.
That's,
Okay.
Hold
that's
on.
a good transition.
Where the fuck are we going with this conversation?
Y'all know where we going with it.
That was
Y'all
perfect.
ready to
So
throw
let
the
me.
strap
I'm not
on?
even gonna go to strap on.
That was an awesome transition.
I'm just remembering the strap on, and I'm asking you as a woman.
Yes.
You have Pooh Shiesty, you find him attractive. We're not
Yeah.
going to use Pooh Shiesty, but a man that you find attractive and you've been seeing him for a while, like not seeing him sing, but you saw him around, you think he's attractive, you find that out about him, and he says to you, hey, I like you. It was a one-off. It's like I tried it. I was drunk. I didn't really know what I was doing. It really wasn't for me. As a woman, can he come to you and kick it with you at that point?
Man, we had a whole talk about this with some of my homegirls. Like, how is it as women we can experience things? Like, we can experience a woman, and a man might be welcoming and understanding that they're like, all right, Gigi, well, as long as it don't happen here, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But he's not like, I don't want to deal with you, Gigi. You've been with a woman,
Right.
what? But, like, for us, it's very hard for us to, like, dip into that or like to be understanding of that, of a man experiencing and it being experimental. Not saying he's all the way in, but I just feel like if a man dip, he might be full throttle. I don't know. Like, I'm not like a woman that tests the waters to me is not full throttle.
So your
Does that
answer
make any
is,
sense? She's
your
not like
answer is
fully
you don't
bisexual.
know. You don't know.
But with a man, no. Like, I know. Like, if I've known that you've been with a man, I wouldn't. It'll be a no-go for me.
No go for you. Okay.
No-go.
How about you, Tiffany?
Absolutely agree completely.
It's a no-go.
There's
But why
nothing
is
that
it
we
like
can
that?
because there's nothing that I can do. I can't replicate that. I feel like, and I've never been with a woman, but I guess I can understand how women would be okay with experimenting because
Right.
I mean, what are they doing other than dry humping and
Right.
eating a whole lot of pussy? So
Right.
a man can do that. You know, you get what I'm saying? Where
Ah,
a
I see
man
what you're
is humping another man, I
saying.
cannot replicate that.
Yeah, because we don't have a penis.
Right, I don't have a penis. So I,
What if
know,
you say
this-
he like both? Like he's the dude that says, you know what? I like men, I like women, but right now I find you absolutely attractive.
But
Gigi.
there's a level of
just saying.
masculinity that washes away thinking of him being bent over.
Yeah, in our minds sometimes. Not
Yes.
all women.
No.
Not all women.
Me,
'Cause there's
all
some
the
women
time.
that are.
I'm What if
he's
It's some women that are
bending?
open to
Yeah, yeah,
that.
what if he's the-
It doesn't
the
matter.
giver?
But
What
it's
is he-
disgusting because you're doing somebody.
Yeah, it's still
you're
a
doing
man. Like that.
man.
That turns you on. The back of a man turns you on.
Y'all shady.
It's just what it is.
That's a double standard in life.
And it is a double
I
standard.
know
agreeing
that double
to it.
standards
We're agreeing
exist.
to it.
I'm
We're
okay
agreeing to
with
it.
double standards. I think that sometimes women try to trip and say they don't like double standards. But it is a double standard of life. It's like, look, a woman can hold hands with a woman in high school, college,
Right.
kiss.
Kiss their best friend. Kiss their mom.
They can get in a full-on relationship,
Yeah, very
lesbian
true.
relationship, thinking that that's who they are in high school or college.
Very true.
It's usually when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And they can just say, yeah, I don't really want to do that no more. And they can wake up one morning
And get a whole
and just go right back to men.
Yep.
And men, and it's also because we find it attractive for women to be
Be
on
with
women.
yeah.
So that's another
Oh,
reason.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's another.
It's sexy. It's like.
Yeah, but some women
freaky.
find two men sexy.
That's nice. Not
Yeah, two straight
I'm
men.
not her.
Not
Or
two
she.
men
No,
on
no,
top
no.
of each other.
I mean, two men, man on man.
I'm good.
Hell no. Now
I'm
two
alright.
men on me.
And I mean-
all right.
Ooh, we're finding out a lot about Gigi today.
I didn't hear what
If
you
you
said. I'm
let her
sorry.
talk.
Two men on her.
I've never had it done. I know. Because again, what? Double standards.
Are you talking
Correct.
as a podcaster?
Correct.
Oh, no, she makes
gonna
a valid
fuck around
point. She
and
makes a
get
valid
choked out.
point.
Double
Where a woman
standards.
is looked at as a hoe, she has a threesome, but a
Yes.
man is looked at as,
The
that
player,
guy.
that
Yeah, if he
nigga.
has a threesome with two women.
Right.
Hey.
But our shit
It's not a
it's
threesome,
not right.
though.
It's called the train
Right.
over here,
Exactly.
and the threesome
That's
over
the
there.
part I wanted to talk about.
There was some
And
episodes
because
before
I'm a
y'all
woman,
that I will tell you we had to
Yeah.
explain to someone
Really?
that's a train.
Yeah, it's a train.
Not a
Choo
threesome.
choo.
Explain
All
That's a
aboard.
train, yeah.
But because I know it's that's why it's like double standard. Because I know as a woman, the train
What
is
if the
like
train never
unacceptable.
happens? What if the train never happens?
What do you mean?
Well, yeah,
Like-
it will never happen is what I'm saying, Tiffany. Like, it'll never happen. That's just a fantasy of mine that I wish could happen. But because of double standard as a woman, we being authentically real. Because of the double standard of a woman, I know it can't be done.
Would you, Julio? Let's say you were single, right?
That's
you met a
deep,
woman,
but it's real.
and you found out she'd had a train ran on her before. Are you
That
still
sounds so bad.
willing
Doesn't
to
it
take
sound
her?
awful?
That
Are
does sound bad.
Are you
as
still
shit.
willing to take her serious?
How would he know? How would you know?
No, she said it because I found out
I've
before.
actually had females tell me that shit.
What?
And I had to act like, really?
Like, oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Delete her number.
Nah, I ain't deleting shit.
So
I'm
how
about
do
to
you-
get them drawers.
Really?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
So what if one of those?
I ain't
men-
taking her home.
No, I said, would you take her serious?
Seriously, to the house to hit it and let her go.
Oh, damn.
Damn, that's
No.
fucked up. But so what if she just had a threesome? Not just had, but what if she had a
Well,
threesome? You're looking at
um,
the situation differently.
What you did in your past, it really doesn't.
Wait a goddamn minute. Now is what you did in your past.
She did in her
Man.
past.
You're confused.
That's that double standard shit.
No,
That's
but
why
that
I
don't make
never
any
had.
sense.
Damn.
The
That
threesome
doesn't make
I
any
would want
sense.
is
She-
2 men.
honestly,
I
she
would
did in her
want 2
past.
women. I don't like women
I can't
like
really
that.
hold it. I can't really hold
But
it.
I can't have my fantasy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't like
Damn
women.
it.
I understand, but it's terrible.
I can't have Drake. And motherfucker, who Pusha?
The hell you can't.
Hell no, hell no, hell
Can't do
no.
Pusha.
I don't know what
I
Drake's
can't have
baby
Drake
mom
and-
does as far as stripping, but I think you got a good shot at it.
Oh my God, you so
Ooh,
silly.
I was just about to
so silly.
But yes.
Don't dig. Don't dig.
So you're saying that if a woman, you're saying her past doesn't matter because it was before you, or would you not take her serious? Because you kind of said both.
You did say
You
both.
did.
That's a hard one. It really is. I would like to say I wouldn't hold it against her, but I can't see like my partner be like, hey, you know we ran that. Like it's I can't. Maybe if we ain't from the same place and I don't have to run against her past, all right, maybe. I mean, you know, there's no videos and things I have to worry about, but
So yours is more like if
I don't want to be reminded of your past, especially that shit.
if
How would they
men
know?
it, if other men know
How
it,
would
or
they
other
know?
men know her, versus oh she came from the West Coast, don't nobody here know her. She did it on the West Coast. I ain't ever gonna run into somebody that knows her. Then you're okay with it.
Typical
I would like to
man.
say yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to say yeah
Typical
until I hear
man.
that shit and got to
Yeah.
deal with it.
But that's because as men, we're way weaker than women are. And
Yes.
when it comes to that, we're super sensitive.
Yep.
We're children
Ego.
at the end of the day when it comes to certain things like that, because it's like a child has a toy, they don't want nobody else to play
Here
with
it
it.
is.
It's your
Facts.
shit.
I hate
It's
that
just
you call it a
sandbox
toy,
syndrome.
but-
Yes.
Sandbox syndrome.
Oh, yes,
where
we
no one's
definitely
playing
have
with it.
Very
sandbox
possessive
syndrome.
and y'all like exclusivity. You know,
Yes.
that's what my man had preached to me. Like, you know, I know ain't nobody freaking perfect, but because I'm kind of new here in Atlanta, I'm like, you know, I'm kind of untouched. So he like, I love that part about you. You feel me?
Got her early.
Got me early.
That is not a fucking compliment, by the way.
Got me
That is
early.
not a fucking compliment. Guys.
Got her early is not a compliment.
It's not a compliment. It's not. I'm
It
sorry.
is. Like
Took
in
me
high
off the
school.
streets, baby. You took me off the streets. Thank you, baby.
Oh, she was on the street. Never mind.
I was not on the streets.
That is not admission of
Oh,
guilt.
I was not
man.
on the streets.
She was for
Well,
the
for
streets,
me,
huh?
No problem.
I would judge you automatically if I found out you had a train ran on you.
So if you found out if someone told you,
I've met a girl before and she told me, and it threw me
Wow.
off because she was only 23.
oh
Wow.
And
yeah.
I'm talking like I
Wow.
won't say who
Interesting.
she is,
Yeah, of course.
but and don't nobody know her even if I did, but
Right.
because she was only 23, she threw me like for a loop because I'm like
Was she a guest on the
Was
show?
she saying that to try to impress you?
that won't the words that was gonna impress me. I can tell you that, but no,
Oh,
I don't
that's
think.
actually a
Because
valid
I think
point.
she was
That's a
really-
valid point.
Young
That's a
girls
valid
think-
I
point.
think she was
Stupid.
really just being honest about her past and what she was into, and it threw me off because I'm like, this girl got a college degree.
Right.
She goes to church every Sunday,
Hell, that man.
and I'm just like,
Freak.
this is what she's
Come out in
doing.
church.
And I automatically mentally judged her and put her in a box because I was like, if this is what she's into,
Typical.
I can't really take that serious.
Yeah.
That just is what it is.
And most men
It's a
can.
double standard.
And because of that double standard, that's why it's so real. Like, because of those things, gotta
You
make
can't
wise
have two men.
decisions, sister
Do you,
cats.
Julio, do you think that a man, if your woman's freak level is higher than yours, would that bother you?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, I have a good question.
Yes.
Okay.
If and I'll ask both of you since both
Okay.
of you guys are in a relationship. Let's say, well, you're married, but let's say you're not married, right? Let's say you go through a breakup, and when you come back and you're having sex for the first time, there's new things that are being done. How do you feel? Go.
That's a question
And
you
go.
could ask
I like
anybody.
it.
Could ask anybody that
I
one,
like it. Who taught you that? I need to thank that bitch. That's me though.
Okay.
I like it.
Julio.
Oh yeah, especially if you can make them toes curl or some
Yeah,
shit.
I like it.
You
As
know
long as
what,
it's a
Julio,
plus.
you know what
Now,
makes
if
them
it's a
toes
minus,
curl? Getting your salad tossed makes your toes curl.
Where's the bell? Hand us the bell.
I'm not even talking about
Yeah.
tossing
Hand us the
salad. I'm
bell.
talking
We're
about
gonna
getting
put that
your
shit over here. Fuck
Hand
no.
us the bell. Pass it over.
I'm talking about getting your salad tossed makes your toes curl.
Jesus.
It does. I'm telling
Or you don't even have to even go down there with your head. Just be experimental a little bit with a hand, a finger, or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Let that man live his best life.
Hey,
Yes,
man.
I'm trying to.
We're gonna speak it into existence around her.
Oh my god, no, we ain't.
she
That's what the fuck we ain't gonna do.
To happen, guys.
gonna wake Julio up one night
One
when
day.
he sleep.
Yeah.
She gonna surprise that nigga. He be like, "What?
Bro, first of all, it ain't gonna happen to me because there is no position that manly shit and which a dude can
I
be
cannot.
and be manly and shit.
But women will tell you there's a lot of guys walking around out here like who claim they're so manly and they do a lot of things.
Oh, absolutely.
Like women will explain it to you.
Absolutely.
Like
yes.
you think that they're just the most manly men of all
No.
men, and behind closed doors they're doing some of the wildest stuff you would not call manly whatsoever. And that's a wrap for the first part of our show
It
today.
was getting hot and steamy.
Coming up in the next segment, we got Sweetie.
My girl.
She's
her
in
rant.
rap boot camp, and we're gonna get an update on what she's got going on. Coming up.
That's my type, nigga, that's my type. Hey, it's big, oh, that's the type. That's my type, nigga, that's my type. Woo!
We are back. That was Sweetie.
My girl.
Sweetie went to boot camp, as Gigi told us a week ago. She stated she had PTSD from an interview she did with Hot 97's morning show.
Like she's still suffering.
And I did hear her freestyle on that interview. She sounded like someone who was just playing around and not really taking rap serious. Like it was a big joke. And I didn't know. I thought the whole boot camp thing was a publicity thing, but her being out there on a boardwalk at the beach, rhyming her hit song, the hook to it, I don't really know how that helps you out in a boot camp. I would like for you to let me know though, Gigi.
You think? So you think that was
would I know?
planned? You think that was planned? You don't
Absolutely.
think that was like?
There was too many cameras for it not to be planned.
Oh, yeah.
It was very well filmed.
Yes, and that's why I don't think it's a loss. I don't know why everybody's treating it so negative. Like, she's struggling. She out here with a billboard and a postboard.
Well,
Baby girl ain't struggling. This is probably part of her boot camp, performing, hearing her voice live without the extras, without the background music, and
What about a
actually
fucking mic?
performing. She had a mic.
That shit went out.
I mean, that is not her fault. She's on a fucking boardwalk. She's not at the fucking VMA.
If you gonna plan it, you gotta plan it right.
Well, it's not planned. That was probably to throw her out there on the streets, like how New York in certain
Then
areas
do it without a
back in
microphone.
hip-hop.
She held the microphone
Hell,
like
in
the shit
hip-hop,
was still
that's
going.
what the show must go on. That's just the art of performing. It's so many levels. Your mic might cut off at the VMAs. What you gonna do? Stand there? No, Beyonce gonna keep going. She done fell down 8
She
flights
ain't
of
no
steps.
fucking
She gonna
Beyonce.
roll up and keep going. But
Go ahead
it's
and
part of
clarify.
performing. It's a part of performing.
Well-
like it or not, it's part of the game. It is.
It's definitely a publicity stunt.
And she ain't hurting.
Done. No,
No,
I
she's
don't think
definitely
it's a
not hurting.
hurting situation. It has nothing to do with money.
No.
I don't even. It's more of a because I think publicity is publicity. Like
Yeah.
it helps. It doesn't hurt anybody to get publicity. Like
At all.
Bobby V had his situation, and he just ran and hid. He could have
He ain't
milked
bounced
that
back
and
since.
turned it into something
But do you
else.
think what Gigi's saying is could be true, where it was more like a project? Like, okay,
Yeah.
we want you to go ahead and listen to your voice live on a microphone.
Perform live.
You know, perform live on a microphone.
Anywhere.
And she not happened to be on the board, but then they
Yeah.
planned it like that, where it's like, okay, well, you're on the board, just
Go.
do it here. You know what I'm
'Cause
saying?
guess what?
And
Diddy
there's no
walking around,
mic check.
go.
There's no none of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I think that her record label sat around in a room like kind of like this one in a
Goddamn.
conference room, and I think that they decided they said, "Oh, let's come up with ideas for Sweetie." And someone's bright idea was, "Oh, let's take her outside on the boardwalk and put her on a little makeshift stage and have her perform in front of a bunch of strangers."
Making the band. Anybody watched that
And
before?
we're
But
going
how is
to
that
film
beneficial?
it. Huh?
How is that beneficial?
Because it's throwing you out
it,
there on the
it
spot.
makes it look like she's actually really working on her craft versus not taking it serious.
Yes.
I just didn't understand how rhyming your hook to your already hit song did it for you. Like, I would have thought you would have came out with some new music that we hadn't heard, or freestyling, because freestyling gave you PTSD. So this is clearly a play on, all right, we're going to remix that PTSD, and we're going to get her confident.
And we have no idea if she
when she
freestyled
comes
before
out
or after this
when she
video.
comes out
We
and
don't know
raps
that.
next time, it will sound like she's really been working on her craft.
I mean, okay, then I get it. I guess.
I just think that she should just stand there and be attractive. That's all. Like, she's absolutely.
She definitely got her
horrible.
body done. Didn't we talk about
She's
that?
definitely beautiful.
And that's fine. I think like it's difficult for me because looking at Nicki Minaj, who I think has a horrible personality, but she can rap her ass off.
right.
Yeah.
And then Meg, who came out and showed her body first, and then she can rap her ass off. Like she was supposed to be the
Natural body at
improved
that.
Nicki. It's like, okay, Nicki has a bad attitude and she can rap. She's made hits, but some people don't like her because of her personality.
Right.
Meg is a likable
Yeah.
girl next door. She's bodied
All
up, but she
natural,
can, and she's educated. She's getting her education, and she raps her ass off. I will give her that. Like she really, really can rap.
Yes.
It's hard to look at Sweetie, who we feel like probably does not take rap serious. And then
Like
it's like
Cardi.
you have Cardi B. Nobody will ever look at Cardi and be like, "Oh, Cardi can't rap,"
she
because
was
we
doing it
never
for a
heard.
minute.
But we
Cardi.
never heard Cardi sounding like Sweetie did in that interview.
She probably told them, "Don't ask me to freestyle. I'm not a freestyler. That's not my strength.
And
Don't
not
ask
every
me."
rapper can freestyle.
They
Freestyling
can
is
do
a
that in
legit
interviews.
Yeah.
I don't want
like,
to freestyle.
talent.
Skill,
Yes.
yeah.
Like there's niggas who can freestyle who can't make a song to save their life.
Facts.
So not
Very
everything translates over to everything
real.
else. I don't know. It was very, very wild to see her up there.
I just want to hit, sweetie.
If they wanted to, if they
She just
wanted
came
to,
out with a new song, no?
I don't like it.
What's it
Just
called?
one more hit. One more hit, sis. Come on.
You don't like it? I think it's gonna work. It's called
I don't
Test.
The
think
Hell,
it's called
visual
Test.
was too much.
the visual was bomb. It be the music
I
for
just
me.
saw a little bit of
It's
it.
the music for me, sis. But that's why we in boot camp. Hello.
if they wanted to just do something to improve upon how she looked, put her where there was a lot of black people. You could have took her to Houston. You could have took her to Atlanta. You damn sure didn't want to put her on the street corner in New York because she would have got ate up.
You
Like,
think
put it-
so?
No,
New York,
yeah, she
in
would've.
New York.
She would have. New York is
They
that's where
would've
Harlem
ate her
is.
ass.
That's
The
where the
mecca of
booze,
hip hop.
the
Bro.
One
booze
of the
of
meccas.
But you don't think because of
Apollo.
her name they would have showed her love?
Man, hell no. One of them female
New York
rappers
is-
from New York would have
Would've
showed the
got
fuck
on
up
it.
and
Oh, yeah.
ate her ass for
Right.
lunch.
It would have been guys. Like
Yeah.
New York does not play around with
Like
music.
they could have brought it to Atlanta. Atlanta would have been a safer place that she still could have got out and freestyle somewhere in front of some landmark, whatever y'all want to pick, and let her do it there.
Yeah.
She didn't have to have any special thing. She could have got out there and did it. It looked like a publicity stunt gone wrong. What they did.
I just don't like that they tied Quavo to it.
Of course they did. Well,
I
that was
like
that was
that.
Black Twitter. though.
They're
That
gonna
wasn't
be
it.
tied
What they say
together
about
for a
Quavo?
minute.
Talking about some
That-
she out
yeah.
bad, city boys up 1,000
Right.
points, yada
She
yada
broke.
yada.
She out here trying to pay her rent.
Right.
But she made it
Oh,
very
no,
clear.
when you look like that, you ain't gonna ever be broke.
She-
Unless you,
Oh, okay.
Hello.
like
But
you ain't.
she made it very clear that everything that was put in that bucket
Went to
was
whoever the artist was
right.
out
It was
there.
donation. You know, it was a donation or something like that.
Okay.
I don't think she's broke by
No.
no.
I don't think. I
Money
didn't think
wasn't
it was
even a-
money.
She got money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's crazy. Sweetie, hey, do your thing, man. Whatever you want to do as far as music, I'm so old, it don't even matter. You can do that shit for anybody. Like, your music ain't for
Kidding
me.
me?
Your music ain't for me.
Yeah.
That was your summing up
Yes.
of the, what the
At the end of the day, young people can do whatever they want musically. It ain't my business. I may think
the
it's
game
trash.
has changed.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. The
Even
game has changed. It ain't
Migos,
about
who
the bars no
I
more.
wasn't the biggest fan of Migos.
But I bet
They're
you like
actually
their
old
music.
heads now in music.
They might be old heads, but guess what? They up there. Them
with-
niggas is up there.
with
They
who?
pay they dues.
up
They're
there with who?
Okay, I'm
hear
sorry,
this.
y'all.
Migos
Gigi,
paid their
Let's hear this
Gigi
fucking
made the
list.
They
statement
paid their dues.
that Migos
Are up
and
there.
Wu-Tang are on the same level as far as
She don't know y'all.
They're
artists.
up there.
She don't know. They are not
She
in the
said the
same
Beatles.
conversation.
Huh?
Black
She said the
Beatles. I
Beatles,
said
Black
they're the
Beatles.
Black Beatles.
Black Beatles.
To me, they
Well,
are the Black Beatles.
Gigi is
with
also
hip-hop.
30.
Yes. Thank you.
And when Wu-Tang was out, it was 1990.
90. When I was born. When I was 5.
When
6
was you
years
born?
old. 90.
90?
It came out in
So you were
92,
7.
93.
You were 7
So I
years
was hip
old.
to Old Dirty Bastard. I was hip to Ghostface Killer. You know, I seen them. I love their music. I'm a fan. But I feel like Migos they've done their motherfucking job.
But some things you can be a fan of later
Mm-hmm.
on in life, and you can hear it when you're older. But if you didn't hear it present time, you don't
Yeah.
really get it
Feel it.
as far as the feeling of
Right.
what it was.
True.
Like, I became a huge fan of Jay-Z. I was a huge fan of Mace first. And
Yeah.
then I became a huge fan of Jay-Z probably around Volume 2.
Mm.
And I remember the time, like, picking up CDs.
Yeah.
There was a time when CDs released every Tuesday.
Yes.
So
sir.
And
there
I had
was
a big ass CD case.
Yep.
I did. I
Yeah,
didn't
you're
play
so
about
special.
music. I didn't.
Okay. But
I love
yeah,
music.
there was a time and I remember when Volume 2 came out, you went and stood outside the record store at midnight
Right.
going
Yeah.
into Tuesday morning to get Jay-Z's album. And it was a special time.
It sure
and it's
was.
different now. Like, you can pick up your phone
Yeah.
and
hear
stream
now.
or hear whatever you want to hear. don't get me started talking about music. Music,
I know.
there's some good music out there. There's just so much bullshit mixed in.
There.
It makes everything seem watered down and sound like bullshit personally. So I stopped trying to look for it. It is what it is.
But yeah,
I will tell you, Jeezy,
on the same
and that's your
page.
opinion. You can feel
Yeah,
like
I just
that.
feel like they are just like LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. People are great. Like they're up there. Like they're up there. Different generations, different times. Michael Jordan's that nigga. Kobe Bryant's that nigga. LeBron James that nigga. You feel me?
No, but
in their
Michael
own
Jordan's
eras.
that
to
nigga
me.
in every era.
And that might be
But-
fine. But to me, like I said,
Migos ain't
but
that
like
in
I
any
said,
era.
they're up there.
Migos
They're
was-
up there.
Migos
I didn't
was
even say
running
they was
shit.
better than Wu-Tang. I didn't say
Migos
that.
was
but
running
they're up
shit
there.
for about a year, maybe 2 years. I remember going to the West Coast and they were talking about Migos before they was popping, and I was like,
up
wow.
there.
So
They up
they
there.
did their thing. I'm not
Yes.
gonna say that they're Wu-Tang, but
Nah, they not.
they did for their time.
I
And
like
we're
them.
also in Atlanta.
Yeah, I
for
like
me,
them.
Right.
You really have to go
Yes.
outside of Atlanta to feel
Yes,
what's going
yes,
on. Because
yes,
Atlanta is Atlanta strong.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you hear here will be Atlanta, Lil Baby, da da da.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they play other places, but you don't get a real feel until you go somewhere outside of
there.
Atlanta
Very
and see
true.
what everybody's listening to.
I don't know. I think they did their thing.
Yeah, I mean, they did their thing, but
I think they made a stamp.
no
is what I'm
conversation
saying.
will ever be held in the same thing with Wu-Tang, Outkast, 8-Ball, MJG, UGK, none of that.
Migos is up there.
And
They're
on
nothing.
that note, Pop Smoke, I feel really, really bad, and I'm
Yeah.
turning. I feel really bad just hearing about the guy who actually killed Pop Smoke.
Young.
Said that he killed him. Oh, he was 15 years old, and he said that he killed him because he wanted his Rolex.
Wow.
Rolex watch. Yes.
That right there
Wow.
said a
That's-
lot to me. It's a watch, people. Like, I promise you, it's a watch. It ain't.
I want to know more about that story, though.
It don't do no trick. Let me tell you something. It don't do no tricks. It's expensive as fuck. It ain't gonna get you no extra girls. And if it does, you shouldn't want them.
There it is.
You shouldn't
That
even
part.
want them. Like
That
someone
part.
who wants you for a watch, or people who want to hang around with you for a watch.
What you drive?
It's not cool, bro. Like, I would rather you try to get a PPP loan than
Yeah.
kill somebody.
I
And then
read
get
that he was
yours.
in the shower. When
Yes,
they
he was
broke
getting.
it.
He said he was getting
He
out
was
of the
getting
shower.
out of the shower.
So, but say the dude gets the watch, right?
Yes.
You go back to the hood. They're going to rob you and take the watch from you if they figure out where you got it from,
That
because
or
they
he was
know it
trying to
ain't
pawn it and make money from it. Either way, it was
But-
stupid.
over watch. That's when I read it, I was like, I don't know Pop Smoke music. I just heard things. Oh, he's compared to 50 by the tone of his voice, different
Yeah.
things like that.
Very distinct voice.
Very.
You kill him over a watch, and I see what he means to that to this generation of music now, like what he was supposed to mean.
So,
Like, it's,
like, I guess I don't know his living situation. Like, was he in a high rise? Was he in a hood? Like, how
He
did
was
they
in a
gain
house. He was a
access?
I think he dropped his
Access?
location.
He was
or some
renting a
shit.
house in California. I don't know if it was an Airbnb,
Oh, he
but
wasn't even in the city. I'm
No,
sorry,
he
I don't
wasn't
know
even in
all
his
of
city.
the
Yeah.
details. I don't remember.
he
them.
literally he took a picture with a friend of his, and the guy took the picture with the address on the front of the house
Oh my god.
Oh,
in the
God.
background. So if
So that
you're
wasn't
from
something-
California, you would be very familiar with where he was. So
Interesting.
finding it wouldn't be a problem. And word travels in LA or anywhere. Word travels. Like if there's a famous person, rapper, whatever, people will find. If they really want to find you, people will find you.
Was
like,
he by himself in his house?
no, I think a young lady was there. I want to say a young lady was there because initially, no, that was Young Berg who had the young lady who set him up. But
I was about to say.
there was a young lady with him, and just think, you're getting out the shower. You're like outside of being asleep. That's like your most vulnerable
Vulnerable,
moment
Yeah.
Yeah.
is getting out the shower. You ain't like you're not thinking in that. You're like, nigga, let me get this water off me
Yeah.
and move on with my day. Like.
Right.
So for me, it's just like, bro, it's like, it's so stupid to like, life has to mean more to you
Yeah.
than
Big
things.
facts.
And I know as a community, we put a lot of emphasis on
Police brutality.
no, not even that, because I'm not getting to everybody else. Like, people love to rah-rah when police kill black people. They love it.
Chime
like,
in.
it's like, oh my God, I can't, da-da-da-da-da. Cool.
Same energy.
Let's get together and do that when that's that
black
time.
on black.
But don't be mute when black people killing each other.
Right.
Like,
That part.
don't just move on like because it's
Yeah.
your nephew or your cousin or you got a cousin who might be their age. So now you don't want to say it's like, bruh, keep the same energy because we killing people way more alarming
absolutely.
rate than they are.
Absolutely.
We just are.
Say that part.
It's like in Chicago, when I like read the news sometimes, I'm just like, bruh, why in Chicago is there 30 people being shot in one weekend?
That's crazy.
That's
That
a
is
problem.
Unbelievable.
And it's like nobody, like, we just graze past it, act like nothing happened. And it's just like some normal shit. Even Atlanta, and I wanted to get into it today, but we only have like a minute left. But the young lady, Keisha, who's our mayor, said that she wasn't running for mayor again. And I don't know if it's because she has bigger dreams or aspirations. She's going for something else.
I could see that.
Or maybe she feels defeated. Like, look, if I get up there, Atlanta's at its highest crime rate I've ever seen it in the 16 years I've been here. Like, there's more crime going on. And even if it's not people from Atlanta, it doesn't matter. Like, nobody's from Atlanta. Like, from Atlanta like that.
Yeah.
So,
But we were the only thing open like that. So we were
Exactly.
getting a lot of outside traffic, more so than the previous year and the year before that. I won't say that we're not a touristy city, but it
The
was
wolves were circling.
definitely a lot
Houston was
because
open.
no, and there was a lot of crime in Houston. My grandmother lives
was.
over there. Yeah, there's a lot of crime in Houston. And the thing is, over here, I know when it was like back to back, like almost every weekend on like Far Road in Buckhead, it almost every single one of those people were not. They didn't live in Atlanta.
And as someone who lives in Buckhead currently, I can't wait till January gets here. I am getting out of that ghetto ass place. I'm here to
Damn.
tell you.
What?
Buckhead?
Get it?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Buckhead
It is
the ghetto?
almost safer to live on Bankhead now than it is
Bankhead is
Buckhead.
the
Wow.
new Buckhead?
Actually, it's going to be. Just wait a couple more years.
Oh, yeah.
You just keep looking. It's a lot of construction going on over there right now. But yes,
Dang.
Buckhead is the ghetto.
That's crazy.
It's like all we care about is driving Rolls Royces, PPP loans, spending money that ain't probably even ours because we
Ooh,
got
child.
it illegally, scamming.
He's not
Chad.
lying though. He's not lying. I see it every
That's a
day.
real
that's
thing.
Bro,
my
that's
neighborhood.
crazy.
Meanwhile, my dumb ass trying to get out the mud and shit.
Hey, man.
Let me get on this PPP shit. Oh,
that
they
mud.
out
Nigga,
they out of
nah.
money. Did I miss the train?
They gon-
Damn it.
While you
Hey.
bullshitting, the kid from what's that group from Florida, the R&B group?
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky, one of the
The
guys.
one who got shot.
He's been
Blue.
Blue.
He's actually, I think you're talking about Blue. He's actually being, one of the guys is being indicted on fraud for the PPP loan because he bought a Ferrari with this PPP loan.
Bruh.
Allegedly, that's what they
Bro,
said.
so let me get this right. You don't have hit music out. You don't got an artist that you put out, but you all of a sudden popped up with a Ferrari with no like.
Because it's 2021 and we live on fucking
Instant
Instagram.
gratification.
And instant gratification. Instagram.
Oh.
Instant. If it's not real, or you didn't see it, if it's not real. Or
The
you know what
beautiful
I'm saying?
thing
Like,
is he will have Instagram from the inside. That's our time for the day, y'all.
God.
Boom, boom.
That's our time
Oh,
for the
you
day,
guys
y'all.
ready for our photo shoot? We're having
We have a photo shoot.
podcast.
Photo shoot. When
They
I
gonna
hit
have
the
to talk me through this.
mall, it's a photo shoot. When I'm with my dogs, it's a photo shoot.
Yeah.
So you writing Sweetie's next.
I might have to.
Let them know your
I have
Instagram
to.
people.
Ladies first.
All right, it's your girl Gigi De Niro. Follow me on everything JIGI_DNIRO, baby.
And you can follow me at Tiffany Feliciano. That's TIFFANY FELICIANO. And the podcast Instagram. That is the_CO_show_podcast.
It's on the screen.
JULIOATL_ on everything social media.
You can catch me at the.co. Oh shit. At the.co.show. Again, that's at I have mind farts sometimes. At the.co.show. We out.
Peace.